Hello viewers, welcome to CEC lectures. Myself Preeti Jagwani from Department of Computer Science, Aryabhatta College, University of Delhi. So as you all are aware that presently we are going through our lecture series of Introduction to Programming in C++, and today's topic within that series is we will be discussing more on some different data types and program elements also. So yes, we can say we are going to cover programming basics, including some keywords like typedef, volatile, then I am having enum and the size of operator. This is the agenda for today's lecture. So let us begin it formally. So the first of all, I am going to take one specific keyword, which is typedef. So typedef is an actually I can say some special word which is used to create a new name for an already existing data type. For example, I am going to follow a simple syntax, that is typedef, the keyword and the data type and the new name which I want to assign to that data type. For example, the following syntax is going to tell us tell the compiler that the feet is another name for integer. So typedef, then the data type name, data type is the existing data type integer, and then feet. So now the term feet is another name for integer. So within this program, wherever we have used this statement, instead of using int, I can also use feet. So that is the following declaration, I can say, will be perfectly legal, and it is going to create an integer variable called distance, and the syntax goes like this: feet distance. Now as the feet is the new name for integer, so a variable distance will be created, or I can variable distance is declared, and the data type of this variable distance is of type integer, and feet is actually working as a synonym to this integer. This typedef allows user to provide alternate names for the already existing primitive data types as well as user defined data types like struct and so on. So typedef is going to work with the primitive data types as well as with the user defined data types both. But please remember that this typedef is going to give a new name, or I can say a synonym for some existing data type. It is not going to create a new data type. New data type creation is not permitted using this typedef. We have other techniques for that. This typedef keyword is just giving an extra name to already existing data type. So why are we looking for kind of this synonym for the existing data type? Just to, I can say, increase the readability of the program if required. The next keyword which we are going to explore is the keyword enum. Enum keyword is used for enumerated type. Enumeration is, we can say, it is a user defined data type. So this is in this enum keyword, or this enumerated type is having a specific kind of task, we can say. So what task is given to this enumeration? First of all, it is a user defined data type. It is used to assign the names to the integral constants which makes a program easy to read and maintain. So the agenda here is the same, that is to increase the readability and to increase the maintainability. So here by using enumeration, we are going to assign names to the already integral constant available in the program which we are using. So a enumerated type is going to declare an optional type name, one, and the second thing, a set of 0 or more identifiers that can be used as values of that type. I am repeating it. An enumerated type declares an optional type name, that is one, and a set of 0 or more identifiers that can be used as values of that type. So, this statement we are going to make more clear with the help of an example. But before that example, one more very important statement: each enumerator is a constant whose type is the enumeration. Now, for example, we want to create, I can say, a list of names. List of names is basically, for example, I am having the list of months, month name of a particular year of the year, that is from January, February, from January to December. So, this list I am having. Now, see what this enum keyword is going to do with this list. So, creating an enumeration, if we are going to create an enumeration using the keyword enum, the general syntax I can say is going to be the keyword enum, E-N-U-M, and the name, whatever name I am going to give to that particular enumeration type, followed by list of names in curly bracket separated by commas. That is very important here. When we were going through the operators and expressions and symbols, we have been told that comma is going to be used as a separator in the list. So, here is this example of that list in which we are going to use comma as a separator. So, here I can say, I am repeating the syntax again. So, enum, the keyword, then the name of that enumeration type, list of names basically, and followed by the variable list, and the as the sentence is going to be end, we are going to terminate it using the semicolon, which is the a general syntax. So, here enum name is the enumeration type name, and list of name, as I told you, is comma separated. Let us take, for example, the following code is going to define an enumeration of colors, and the name of that enumeration of colors is given by the term color, and the variable C is of that type color. So, for example, let us understand enum, the keyword, then I am going to give here an enum name. So, color, or maybe let us say primary color, red, green, blue are primary colors. So, I can say here primary or color, whatever. Then the list of names separated by commas within the curly brackets, which is red, green, blue, the colors are separated by this thing, and we are going to create a variable of type color. So, here after closing curly brackets, I have written C here. Then finally, you can assign the value C, any value. It could be red, it could be blue, or it could be green. Whatever the value is available within that particular list, any value is can be assigned to variable C. Now, see exactly what is happening here. Here, with the help of keyword enum, I have created one enumeration type with a list red, green, blue, and also a variable of type, that of the type similar to that of enumeration, and because the variable is of type enumeration, that variable can have the values, any value which is presently available within that curly bracket list of names. So, here enum color, then within the curly bracket list of those colors red, green, blue, followed by the variable name, which is C. Here we have taken C. So, C you can assign the value blue or red or green, whatever you want to do. Now, for example, I am going to take one more scenario here, in which I am going to define one enumerated type, which is year, and the variable names here, list of names which is given inside the curly bracket is the list of months January, February, March, April till December. I have given this. So the syntax goes like this: enum, year, then within the curly brackets Jan, Feb, March, April till December. Now this is what we have done, but please remember how this is different from the previous syntax. In the previous syntax I have also written the name of the variable. Here the name of the variable has not been written, at least not in this statement. Yes, in the coming statements obviously we are going to declare a variable of type year, which is going to have a value kind of value among these available values which are available from which are there, and these values are January, February, March till December. So in order to use this particular enumeration into an program, so now the question arises, why are we using this and what is the advantage of using this and how this can be used. So there are two things, why and how. So why is there to increase the readability. How it is increasing the readability, I am coming to that. Now how are we going to use it? So with the declaration, as we have declared the year as an enumerated data type with the list of names as the month names from January to December. So here in our main function, now that declaration was about the main function, that was not inside the main function, but yes, declaring that as an external variable. We can also use this within the main. So in order to use that year enumeration within the main, I can say I am just taking an example of using this in a loop. So I can say from I is equals to January, so I less than is equals to December, you need to print I, which is done with the help of an cout statement, and obviously we are increasing the value of I. So this is just a simple for loop. So if you are familiar with the any of the programming language, this sounds very familiar to you. So for I is equals to Jan is actually the initialization statement, while I is the variable which is controlling the for loop. Then I with each and every increment I plus plus, I have already told you in the beginning when I started this series. So plus plus is actually an operator which says one step ahead, I can say, or I is equals to I plus 1. So the new value of I will be captured by adding 1 into the previous value, and thus we got the new value. So if previous value of I is 4, then the new value of I is equals to I plus 1 after I is equals to I plus 1 will be 5. So that is simple. So here for I is equals to January or Jan is the exact constant which we have written in the declaration. I less than is equals to December DEC. I need to print out with the help of cout the value of I, and simply we are returning 0. And why we are returning 0, that we have discussed couple of times in the earlier lectures. So now what is happening, what kind of output I am expecting here. So output which is given here is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 11. Oops. So the expectation of output for a new user could be January, February, March, April and till December, but that is not which is happening here. So two points which are to be remembered here. First, the integral constants which are assigned to that list of names. So first of all, that list of names whichever you have given are being assigned some integral constants, and the second thing which is important here is the value of those integral constants is starting from 0, it is not starting from 1. So whatever name is given as the first name within the list of names will be assigned the integral constant 0, then the second will be assigned 1 and the third will be assigned 2 and so on and so forth. So the last will be assigned the integral constants as n minus 1. So I have written 12 names of the months there. So the integral constant assignments goes from 0 to 11, and in output whenever I am going to print I, where I is equals to where I varies from January to December, where January to December is actually within available within the enum list. So here instead of printing January, February, March, April, it is printing the integral constants, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on and so forth. So yes, we have other variables or other ways to assign. So for example, in the in the first example you have seen, I have taken one variable C, and then C was assigned value blue or red, where blue, red, green are the list of names given along with the enumeration. So that is one idea, or another idea is I can directly use these variables like this, but that is not all. We can assign values to enumerated variables in some other ways also, where if you can see here, I have given enum season is summer, spring, winter, autumn. So I have written hash include IOStream, which is the standard kind of inclusion of header files, followed by a declaration of enumeration type named as season, and as it is an enumeration type, I am writing enum here, and then we have summer, spring, winter, autumn, the name of 4 seasons within the list of names. Now if I want to assign these summer, spring, winter, autumn, so I can say enum, there is a variable which is of type season, the name of that variable is S1 and the value is spring. So yes, within this main statement I have written int main enum season S1 equals to spring. That's the first statement, which says that there is a variable S1 which is of type season, and season is not the, I can say, system built-in data type. It is an enumerated data type which has been declared by the user. So yes, you need to precede the term season or the name of that enumeration type with the keyword enum. So enum season S1 equals to spring, and then after equals to you can give any of the value which is available in the list of names. So here that is another way of assigning the values to the enum variable. Now what is happening here is, by default the integral constants which I was talking about, I can say value of the first name is 0, the second name has been assigned the value as 1, and third 2, and so on and so forth. This we have discussed in the previous example of the month names, which was the enumeration type year. But here you can give a name a specific value by adding an initializer. So whenever I am using that enum, I can use a particular number which will be assigned to one specific name within that list of names. So how it is going to happen? So for example, you can see here we have that enumeration color thing. Here green is going to have value 5. So how it is going to have value 5? I have given enum color, then red comma green equals to 5. So in the earlier situation I have written red comma green comma blue and then closure of this curly brackets, but here I want to assign the value of 5 to green. So I will specifically write red green equals to 5. Now when green is having 5, the number or the I can say name which is after this green will be automatically assigned the value of 6, because each name there will be each name will be assigned value 1 greater than that precedes it. So if green you are giving 5, then blue will be automatically assigned to 6, but make a note of one point, that this is not going to affect the value of red. The value of red will be as it is. So yes, green is 5, all preceding values will be affected, but not all coming values will be affected, but not the preceding values. That is one thing which is worth noting here. Then after covering these two things, which is type def and enum. So why we have used enum? We have used enum in order to increase the readability of the program, or I can say in order to increase the friendliness of the program. So we can use, for example, enum is generally used for the values of type, let's say true and false. We have 0 and 1 for that. So in those types of situations, enum is most widely used. Now coming to the next one operator, that is size of operator. So whenever we'll be proceeding our series, and we'll be going through different data types and different other things, including one term if you have heard about is pointers. Pointers is all about I can say yes, playing with memory which is assigned to the program. So here we will be there will be using one operator, that is the size of operator. Now size of operator is something which is going to give me the size which will be represented using number of bytes, and the size will be of a data type. So here if you can see in the program, I have written we need to say cout size of character. And what is the size of the character? Character here is referring to the standard data type char, and then size of, and then within the bracket we will be writing char. So size of char in bytes, within the number of bytes will be given as output, which is size of char, as you all are aware, is 1. Then I am coming to the size of int. Then if we need to have size of int, so size of int, so instead of int I can also write a variable of type int, which is already declared. Then I have used size of long int, then I have used size of float also, and size of double. So yes, size of character, size of int, size of long int, size of float, and size of double. Now see what it is going to print here. We have to be very careful, because these results may vary from machine to machine. So basically what are we going to do? We are using the standard function size of in order to get the size of various data types. Now why do we need this size of various data types? For this question you need to hold for some some more lectures, and then I'll be disclosing, I'll be coming back to this, that where and why this size of data types is required. So whenever I am saying the result of that previous program, it is saying size of char is 1, and size of integer is 4. And yes, that's what I was saying, that it may vary from machine to machine. So size of integer could be 2 bytes for some older or some machines. Size of long int is 4, size of float is 4, size of double is 8. So this 1, 4, 4, 8 are actually the number of bytes that particular data type is going to take inside the memory. So this is what your size of operator is, which is used to get the size of various data types. So whatever data types you passed within the parameter of size of function, you are going to get the output accordingly. So yes, let me have a recap of the lecture. Initially we have seen the keyword type def, which is used to assign a synonym to the standard data types, and then we have jumped to enum keyword, which is actually the keyword for, I can say, yes, creation of some different names or data types, I can say. And then we have seen the utility of size of operator, which is used to determine the size of various data types. So this is what these specifically these 3 topics we have learned in this particular lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you for a patient hearing.